YouTube, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. LM Barbecue. Thanks for checking out this video. Hey, we're going to go ahead and smoke some leg quarters on the Lone Star Grillz 24 by 42 inch offset. So let's get it and smoke these leg quarters with me. First, you want to get them leg quarters looking pretty. Oh, man. Now, you want to trim that excess skin, trim that excess part that you ain't going to use. Man, you got to get them looking right. Them things look good right there. Everybody wants to talk about using mustard or mayonnaise as a binders. I go ahead and use that Tony Cesari's injection butter. Just kind of adds a little more flavor. Pour it all on there. You know, once I get it on there, then I go ahead and mix it up. Kind of mix it in just to kind of get the Tony Cesari's injection butter all over that chicken. Now, once I get that all mixed in, what y'all about to see next is my holy trinity when it comes to seasoning. This is my go-to. This is what I use all the time. First thing I put on there is that Grillz barbecue rub. I don't know what it is about this rub, but this thing always sets my barbecue apart from the rest. Boy, this thing is off the chain. Just sprinkle it all over there. And this one, I can be heavy with it, so it doesn't matter. You know, in Texas, we like that pepper, but it's something about that garlic pepper that just adds that little kick. You know, you can be heavy with this because there's not too much salt in it. It's no salt, actually, but be heavy with it. Kind of gives you that garlic flavor, kind of adds that pop and just that extra Now, you know you can't go wrong with that salt and pepper. In Texas, you got to add that salt and pepper mix on everything. Some people just use salt and pepper, period, but I think it needs a little more than that. Now, that's what I use for my holy trinity. Now, the best stop Cajun season, this stuff is just what I add extra just for that little pop. Sometimes I use that. I use some other Cajun seasoning. That kind of changes up. But the other three, that's my holy trinity when it comes to seasoning my barbecue. Now, when I get done putting my holy trinity seasoning on there and the best stop Cajun seasoning on there, you know I got to mix it up just to get that seasoning all over that chicken. Now, another thing I do is I realize that some of the season didn't get to all the meat evenly, let me say that. So what I do is I'll take each piece of leg quarters and then I'll kind of rub that season all over there thoroughly just to make sure it's not too heavy and all the chicken has that same amount of seasoning on there, just about. Now the fun part begins. You know we got to get them coals ready. Now once we get them coals ready, the next thing we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and drop them in the pit and get that pit ready. Now, once I get them coals ready, I drop that post oak wood on top of them coals, get that smoke going, get that pit ready. Now let's get to smoking. I like to put my chicken on the top rack of the Lone Star Grillz 20 by 42 inch offset. The top rack cooks hotter than the bottom rack. So typically if I'm rolling at 250, the top rack's going to be around 275. But there's times where it'll rise and get to 300. That's okay. Chicken's going to cook fine around that temperature. You just got to kind of pay attention to it. When it's time to flip, go ahead and flip it. Check your temp on there. Once it gets to 165, then it's ready to pull off. I got them all on there. Man, them things look good. Just wait till what they look like when they done. I'm going to cook this around 250, 275. Sometimes it may get to 300. Now, it's time for me to check them, and that's what I'm doing right here. Them things look good. They're cooking good. They got a little ways to go, but golly, I love them things. They're going to taste good, too. Now, I'm about to spritz this chicken just to add a little juice and flavor to them. Now, what I use on my spritz is I use the Tony Cesari's injection butter. I use water, and then I use some apple cider vinegar. I keep it simple. I don't like to add too much to it. Now, you know we got to check them again, though. Look at them things. They're almost done. Just got a little ways to go. I totally forgot to take video of this, but here's a finished product of the sausage and boudin that was on that pit. Them things look good. Now, this is the final product of them leg quarters. This is what they look like when they were done. Woo, them things look good. But hey, y'all, thanks for checking out this video. If y'all like this content, like, subscribe. You know, the more likes I get, the more subscriptions I get, the more my videos get out there. And if there's any questions, concerns, please don't hesitate to put them in the chat. All right, y'all. Y'all take care. Peace.